Hi, how are you? I'm Ken Lamadia, the adventurer from another world, and today we are going to be continuing the Archon quest with Act 4. Let me grab my controller. Let's not delay any further. Let's get this started, Joe. Hope everyone's doing all right today. My mic is being weird. Hello. Like noticing it, and it's like, whoa, you're really low. There we go. That might be a little better. Okay. Let's set off then. Do some investigating. What do we got? Is this up here? I'm going to hope that is up there. So I don't have to go down. We're up. Let's make sure, oh no, everything's down. Everything's down. Everything's down up in here. We're turned upside down up in here. Let's go. Ooh, a remarkable chest. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Remarkable. Remarkable even. Good, great, remarkable close. Even. Alright, let's see what's going on.
Look! There are some people talking over there! Let's listen in on the conversation.
Let's see what's going down.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here,
aw, you think you're special or something?
I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
I don't buy
that is kind of true.
Hey,
that's how
cool
society
would it
be
if the whole world was
sometimes.
destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing.
What kind of filthy bilge water you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that.
Yeah, shut up.
Things ain't so great on the surface, but who says
I like
that
this
you
guy.
have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you? That's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Dang!
Whoa.
That's
Sounds
so
like
unnecessary.
You're really unhappy about the overworld.
That's so unnecessary.
Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there.
Bella Bach
Is that
moment.
only something the inmates down here say?
I think you're right.
That's true.
That's true. You're just agreeing with us on this one. All right. Let's see what's over here. Bum bum bum.
There's a group of people over there. Let's go listen
Let's
in.
just keep spying on people's conversations.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
Oh,
Why do you care?
Sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
We just wanted to hang out.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Exactly.
Don't pretend like it's
That
okay
guy's-
for
that
them to
guy's a
just
bro.
interrupt us like that.
Right? Wait. Tweet.
Fine.
Press post.
You're lucky we
I'm
don't
so
mind
good at
extroverts
this.
that much.
I didn't press post for my live post. I don't know how much it matters, but I like doing it. That's what's important. Thanks, that was really nice of you.
You hear that, Quisto? What nice!
Yeah,
Your
you're nice
expressions tell me
guys.
you're looking to hear some
You're cool
juicy
dudes.
info, am I right?
Yeah.
But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Really? Are we that famous?
My God, he knows
You
us.
kidding? How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it, that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
Oh, it was just a little mistake.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime.
Uh-huh.
Unlike some of the others here.
Your group?
You love this man's accent.
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People
Lavaroon.
usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't
The
worry.
Bombshell
we're not playing
Bros.
with bombs or
I
anything.
love these. Are my
It's
favorite
just that
NPCs
our
now.
information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
Dang, they blow
You
minds.
two really like to
You're
gossip?
mind-blowing.
Whew,
You made
sure
it.
know how to embellish.
Let's go.
No, you don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with whom, who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along.
They're
Wouldn't you
bros.
like to
I
know
love
all
these
that?
two. Right. Oh, my Archon, I'd love to know. Please tell me.
Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
What I gotta do,
I don't
Quisto?
mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego.
Okay.
The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
We ate the most incredible welfare meal recently.
Right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals.
Let's go.
I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
You
It's
are
true.
correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. But enough about
Until
that.
the incident.
Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress.
Huh? Did Lavaroon just wink at me? It seems he's saying, don't be upset. He's a good fellow.
Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them.
Okay.
You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
He's got a big brain. Risley is definitely a
Those who
smart
have
guy.
the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks. Even better treatment in the infirmary.
Let's go.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
Bacon until he makes
But
it.
did you know that Churier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody else.
Facts. Huh, interesting. According to Quisto, a person named Jiryu frequents the infirmary. I should take note of that.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right?
Damn.
Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
Bro's throwing hands. He's out here throwing hands with people.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that
Dang.
Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too.
Huh.
Wait a second. You don't think?
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard to imagine.
After all,
think
I
they're
do
together?
remember seeing Lorvine beat Jurier to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
Yeah, you should leave the shipping thoughts to yourself. So Jiryu had a confrontation with a girl named Lorvine, who frequently visits the infirmary. I'll remember that too. Okay. Got one last place to go. Where is it? I mean, not in the... Go back. Why did I not be on the quest anymore? They said, we're kicking you out. No more. Run, run, run. What's over here? What's going on?
Hey, you over there?
What's up, Cavalier?
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation
Are
TCG?
we about to play card games in prison? Even people down here play that?
TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
For real.
Hey, come on.
Bro's
now.
in
What's
prison,
wrong with finding
but he
fellow
still has his
invocation
debts.
aficionados? Anyway, care to
He's
join me for a
always
game?
ready to duel. No thanks. We're busy with other things at the moment.
All right. No pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same in my eyes.
It's kind of
There are
spitting.
lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi.
Would you mind chatting with us for a moment?
Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could
Let's
start
go,
by telling
Paimon,
us
butter him
newcomers
up.
some stories about this place.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have anything specific in mind? Or do you want me to just pick a topic?
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived?
Yes, we have.
Then, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
You mean Quito and Lavroom?
Yes, you've already met
Yeah.
those two. They're quite a pair. They always keep an eye out for the latest happenings and gossip about
They're
everything.
kings.
I've never seen anyone with more time on their hands. I heard that they used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here. You know how bartenders are, always chatting with customers. And chefs love to pass the time just hanging out when they're not cooking.
Girl,
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing.
yeah, give us
Oh,
the juicy.
Did you know that the Duke
Juicy
was
tea.
also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
That would make sense.
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though?
His pure
Go
wrist.
from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
By the way, do you happen to know anything about a forbidden zone?
A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can
It's
tell
like
us?
the dodgeball dude from Hunter x Hunter. Yeah.
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
You're gonna have to game with me.
Okay, we've
Sorry,
talked to just
no
about
information
everyone,
unless you
and
game.
It's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Alright, time to meet with our bro. Let's see what stuff he's got for us this time. Let's see if he's found anything. And we can tell them about how, Childe died or something. I don't know what's going on with him anymore. He's gone. He didn't come back. Bro left and he dipped forever. He said goodbye forever, I am leaving. I'm getting a call. Doo-doo. Wait, did I just get pranked? Did this shiny thing just prank me? Am I getting pranked by the directional system? I am being pranked right now. Why do you want me to go this way? Why couldn't I have gone the other way? This place is laid out very funny. Very silly. Boop, boop, boom. Bum, 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 bum. Spin. Hate this place for real, for real. It's terrible. Hey, buddy, how's it going? He's thinking.
Huh?
What you looking at? What's up?
That look in your
Directionally
eyes.
challenged.
You found something?
I'm just like Zoro, for real, for real. A little something, yeah.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
No.
Oh, as expected
Don't
of the
play out all our
legendary
cards.
duo,
Come on.
You have my full and undivided attention.
I feel like we always do, Lightning. You're literally like obsessed with me.
I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Childe probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit
Dang, no one likes him for real, for real.
Unfortunately, this isn't enough
Even
for
Lenny
our
was
final
like, nope.
report to Father.
Oh wow,
We
he
need to find
actually
out
got
Master
out. I
Childe's
guess
exact
I guess I
whereabouts.
should have given him more credit.
Father told me that even though Master Childe said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
Interesting. The most important thing to do right now is to catch up to him.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be
Let's
up to the
go,
task.
Fremy! Doesn't even
Bingo!
call him
Is he
Master
around?
in JP.
He's working today.
Well, she's
Coming
not-
here
what
as a
does that
group would have
mean?
attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
I don't know what Koshi means. I think. It's not coming up in my brain what that means, at least. Please
It's
do.
the least
Counting
I can
on
do.
you.
We're all in this together, so it's only fair for us
All
to
in
fulfill our end of
this
the bargain.
together.
Honestly,
Do-do-do.
I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
He's totally not noticed us.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Childe's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now. And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to
Childe.
return.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too.
Sure.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Childe's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone.
Right.
Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
Yes. Master of
What do you
Disguise.
want us to do? Will it be
Traveler and
hard?
Paimon.
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've
Okay.
mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Did you only say that because I'm an amateur?
No, when it comes to intelligence gathering, I'd never consider you to be an amateur. Didn't you say it yourself? It's always
There you
been your
go.
strong
Yeah,
suit.
gas me up.
I'll believe
Gas me
anything
up,
as long as
Winnie.
it comes from you.
Tell me.
So,
I know
please
you
prove
would.
your prowess to me once again.
I could tell you that
Alright, then we'll head out
I
as
beat
soon
up
as we
Childe
finish our prep.
again. And you
Let's
believe
go our
me.
separate ways for now, then. Don't forget,
It
we
was
meet here
me.
again
I
in
made
9
him
days.
disappear.
Stay safe.
I said, get lost, idiot. And then I took his vision. Bum. Sneaking time.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek.
Okay,
Hmm.
go Paimon.
There seem to be several people inside.
Let's try to eavesdrop on them first. Alright. Several people appear to be engaged in conversation, but you can only catch bits and pieces.
It's not impossible.
So,
Hi.
it's a bit hard to understand them from
Hmm.
here. So, why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready.
Yeah, let's just walk right into this conversation. If you recall correctly, the potion is the result of a failed alchemy. Dang. Let's go, traveler coughing noises.
Someone, please help! He's sick!
Bro really poisoned himself.
Whoa, are you okay?
No,
Oh my! What's wrong, little one?
I'm
There's no
dying.
need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The
Uh,
traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do. Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion.
I'm
Could it be
dying.
poison?
I think it is.
Let me take a look. Please lie down over here.
Ugh, my stomach really hurts.
Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
Aww.
You can do it, traveler.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Okay. Adrena's taken out a few instruments and begun to do her checkup. I hope I'm not so healthy that she gets suspicious.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that he's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way.
Let's go! I'm not gonna die!
Eh? Oh, that's good.
Eh?
But I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please relax and take a deep breath.
Okay. Adrena's using her hand to palpate different areas on my abdomen. It seems like she's using elemental energy too. Her expression's growing more and more relaxed.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
It's not too bad.
And here? Huh?
That hurt a little.
Based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. How strange.
Oh no, was my acting a bit over the top?
What about here? Does this hurt?
No, not really. I can barely feel it.
Oh. I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomachache when it decides to act up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious.
Just the trash welfare meals.
And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Woolsey, of this problem as soon as possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you? Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
Time to interrogate them.
And she hopped away, just like that.
Yeah, this infiltration mission is going much more smoothly than I imagined. Next, there are only 2 people left in the room. The Dwayne just called that woman Morphine, so she's been one of those frequent visitors to the infirmary I've heard of before. That would mean the man next to her is Juryu, then.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Still not great. I can't keep staring at her. It'll draw unwanted attention. That guy also seems to have noticed. Now he's looking in my direction, too.
His stomach aches really bad. He was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuin says
Let's
it's not a
go.
serious problem,
I'm on
then
said
there's
character
no need to
development
worry.
of lying.
She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
That's true.
Well, that's true.
What do you mean that's true?
He's number 1,
That's
but the
really
list's only 1.
misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sishuin take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
Yeah, where'd all your energy come from?
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
Uh-huh.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while.
They're
I
so
come back every
sick.
once in a while for checkups and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijuin prescribes
They're
for
like
us.
the sickest
That's
people in the
just
whole
nature
world.
of chronic illnesses. As for her, you could
Eyes
say
are
she
shifty,
fancies
yeah.
herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
These two definitely
Please
have
watch your
history.
mouth, Mr. Jurrier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Dang.
Don't start arguing now. Please, keep it civil at least.
For real. These two seem to have a pretty terrible relationship, and only ran into each other because they came here to pick up their meds at the same time. Outside of the two of them, there's nothing suspicious inside the room. All the files on the table appear to be patient records, and while there's a box, I can't check it out right now. There also aren't that many furnishings. There also aren't that many furnishings on the wall. Huh? Wait, there seems to be a movable hatch on the ground over there.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like that!
But...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
Girl. Presence of the movable hatch isn't strange by itself, but perhaps it's my adventurer's intuition speaking. Isn't it strange? Isn't it a bit strange that there's a movable hatch here of all places? Is it hiding something?
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurrier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime
Yeah,
soon.
get out of here, Jurrier.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later,
Bye.
He just slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurrier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
Dang.
You
Never
really
think about that
can't
man
stand
ever
him,
again.
huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is?
Uh-huh.
But there's no need to keep dwelling on him. I'll
Of course.
accompany you two for a while. Miss Sishwin should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine.
Thank you for looking after me.
No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Sijwin.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days' worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest.
Thanks. You take the stomach pill that Sejuine gave you.
Miss Levine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Uh-huh. Did they talk about that before we walked in? Why don't I remember?
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon, too.
Thanks.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double-check a few details, if that's all right with you.
Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead.
Yeah.
So his
Paimon
primary
knows
symptoms
everything
are
about
abdominal
us.
pain with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else?
That's it.
Yup.
All right then.
Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds?
No, his base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure he'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods, and don't stay up too late at night.
Oh, sorry
Paimon will
about
hold the
that.
Traveler to that for sure.
I'm gonna stay up till 3 a.m. Sejuine's looking at me. I should just try to take a nap like she said.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest.
You move yourself to a regular patient's bed and completely relax. The weirdness from work you can still have her catch Paimon's conversation with Sejuine.
Together. He may look a bit under the weather now, but he's actually super strong.
He's a good nurse.
So you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry, he'll recover soon.
Uh-huh. He's so sweet.
You're awake.
Hello.
Phew. You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
I feel a lot better. Thank you both.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take your meds regularly, and
Thank you, Miss Sejuine.
Thanks, Miss Sejuine. Alright. I need to smack this TP point on the way out. Wait, no, it's below. It's below! Never hitting my teleport point. Ever. Gonna be there forever. Actually, just never gonna hit that thing. Well, we'll be in Shejnaya. And I'll like go over here and I'll be like, why did I never get that? And I still won't go to get it. Because this place is awful. I hate being in prison. Whose idea was this? Freaking
You
Nuva,
really
what?
are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death.
Did I say anything I shouldn't have?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, don't take my grilled fish, and put down the Adeptus Temptation now. Paimon talked with Sejuine the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
No. It probably will. I'll probably figure it out eventually. Are we really off track, though? There's still a few weird things about that place. A movable hatch on the ground, as well as the questions Sejuine asked Lorvine. And also, were they really talking about their meds before we walked in? Oh, and was Lorvine and Drew's argument something genuine? Or were they just putting on a show? Paimon, hear me out.
Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to get the info to Linny.
Uh-huh. Over the next few days, you and Paimon did your work normal. Write keywords relating to your suspicions on a piece of paper. Let's go. Managed to slip it to a busy Lynette as she happens to pass by. Her disguise is impeccable. She does not even look at you or change your expression as she pockets the info. Let's go. The handoff. The handoff.
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Vinny.
All right. Let's go and find her. Him. Put us right here. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, miHoYo, bestie. What's up?
Hmm?
What's up, bestie? How's it going?
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
Nothing weird at all.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Let's go.
Wait,
Faking
why is
being
she
sick.
getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough.
Aww.
Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person.
Smart.
Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to helping you.
Perhaps that's true. You're both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. Unfortunately, there's still one thing that could get between us, lest you've forgotten. The matter of our respective loyalties.
Hey, listen,
You've
I'm not.
mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Fatui.
I'm not
I
beholden.
can understand that feeling. So I assume you're
to
just helping
Farina
us
or
out of the kindness
anything.
of your hearts?
Well, everyone could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you to help us in the future, too.
Sure, we're friends with Childe. I mean, sure, yeah, we're friends with Childe.
Since
Like,
I see you
come
as
on,
friends,
you're like-
then it's even more important for us to protect you
Much,
from any
much
peril.
less bad than
Fremine and Lynette feel the same way.
I get it.
Glad to hear it. Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sigewinne always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Yeah, we heard about that too.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Exactly.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Making friends with all the Fatui son. Yup. We're gonna go into Shnezhnaya and just be friends with everyone. And we're gonna go up to the Tsaritsa and we're gonna say, hey Tsaritsa, stop it. I now control your organization because I am friends with every Harbinger except the Torre. Because screw that guy. He sucks.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh. Strange. Lynette?
As
Lynette!
expected, Sigewinne isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Could she have found a lead and left to follow it?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless
letting her you know is impossible.
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Or maybe Sigewinne will come back first, and that might be bad. Let's look at the books. What's in the
There are
books?
some books here and a few files. They all, advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, A quick guide to the psychology of emotions and the meaning of laughter.
Aww.
These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sijwin would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Yeah. Normal. Bed. What's in the bed?
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication.
But this bed is still unmade.
Which means, either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Huh. Oh no, that's not a good sign. Settle down, bro. It's okay. We'll find your sister, dude. Don't freak out. Investigate the weird floor.
This is it! We saw it before!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well.
For real. And he leans down to close the movable hatch.
The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is
Poor
meant
guy,
to be taken
he's
apart.
so worried about her.
There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
Look on Laney's face. He's definitely beginning to panic. Don't panic. He probably said that subconsciously for himself more than anything. Poor guy. Poor bro.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here!
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards.
Aww.
This is...
Is that all?
Is there anything on the back?
The back. This is...
Show me! Now!
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now?
Uh-oh.
Could she have... Is she already...
Writhsley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Why would he choose to act during our second infiltration attempt instead of the first?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Writhsley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning.
Maybe it's because he knows that Neuvillette sent us down. Like, because he knows that, he's like, there's no way. Because he probably knows about, you know, us. Other than, like, obviously, Neuvillette likes us. He probably knows more, you know? So it's, I have a feeling that it's like, he knew that we're down here for a reason. But he also knows probably what Liney and Lynette are down here for. As well. So that's why he's probably more concerned about them.
You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Neuvillette, so you have no conflict of interest with Writhsley. We're a completely different story, though.
He's such a bully. That was so unnecessary. That was so unnecessarily mean. That was just mean-spirited of him. Why did he only go after Lynette?
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now.
Poor guy.
Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds. Could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
Hey, get it now. Deliberately made both of them disappear.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it.
Dang.
We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side.
But you were just getting good. He's so cool.
If Wriothesley let him leave on
Wriothesley's
purpose,
a
then
goat,
he's probably
bro.
in a terrible spot now as well.
I really like the writing of this quest.
Lenny's getting more
'Cause
and
it's
more
like,
panicked.
we know neither of them are like really bad people. It's just they're clearly opposing each other. Because I don't think Wriothesley's a bad guy. He's definitely a good guy. Nuvola wouldn't be friends with him if he wasn't.
Don't
Liney,
be like
calm down.
this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Childe. That was our fault.
No, I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them. I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
Hey, don't be reckless. Traveler, please talk some sense into him.
Yeah, you shouldn't just go waltz
simply
right up to
cannot
the
allow
final
Lynette
boss.
to be abducted again. I
Fair.
have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
Or at least let us go with you. At least take us with you.
After him.
We, like, come on. Oh, dang. He's smirking.
I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
What you talking about?
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time.
Uh-huh.
Is someone?
Pack everything up.
Pack everything
Whoever's
up?
outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking.
Bro.
Someone, please help. He's sick.
That's crazy. I didn't expect her to be this.
Are you okay?
She's got a big brain too.
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
Bro, she's crazy.
What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic.
She's
Take a deep breath before you begin.
Oh no.
Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
Bro. That's wild to say. That's a wild thought to have. I like when people think I'm dumb. That way I can manipulate them.
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Wriothesley's office.
You didn't expect me to use my wind glider. Let's go in here. Liney, I'm here to stop you from doing something stupid.
Come out and face me, Wriothesley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
Dang.
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
He's so
Stop
cool.
joking around! Where did you take my
Yes, sir.
siblings?
What are you doing?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second
Why
from
is he
another
like
place
this?
altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to
Bro.
trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start.
Man,
so you deliberately
is so
aroused the traveler's
intense.
suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Childe's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with
it's
personal
just chill
agendas.
here.
It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Childe's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
He's so mad. Racely.
One correction.
Sure.
Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not.
Where's boy? Where's my son?
What do you really want?
Linny!
Hi, we came to make sure you're not doing anything stupid.
Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Yeah, hey, where's Lynette from you? What's going on?
I'm eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your
Red's
original
really like,
plan,
no, she's literally drinking
Mr.
tea.
Fremine
Calm
should
down.
also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So, where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean... You locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
That's so messed up.
He's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
That's
No,
so
we're
mean.
still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating.
That's so crazy.
Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede.
This man.
Regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping
He's
tabs
so
on us before we even
cool.
set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a
He
cup
wants
of
to
tea
talk
with me.
to Daddy Mom.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like
love
the bonds
him.
of family.
He's
I
so
don't see why she'd
savage.
refuse.
Why did you think Father
He
sent
said
us
it's
to
time
handle the
for
Fortress of
parent-teacher
Meripede?
conferences.
This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Well, I mean, Childe did.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
Let's go. Good son.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Bro is kind of evil. I take it back. He's a little bit evil. He's got a little bit of that dog in him. No wonder he has the wolf on him. Got a little bit of that dog in him.
Instead
to
of
do
asking
this.
why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
He is mad.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
The more you messed around, the more you found out.
Wait,
Now you are finding out.
1. Time's up. It really is a shame.
Like, ooh, you went to the no-no zone. Don't go to the no-no
Negotiations have
zone.
broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Please wait. Can we really not talk about this some more?
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
I want to save Fremenet and Lynette too.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found? I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request.
Okay.
Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I can't believe he's asking about the hidden rules. If I recall correctly, if you keep working without any rest, then during lunch hour on the 3rd day, you'll find a portion of strange meat in your welfare. It's a good thing that we've already run a thorough investigation on this. Let's see if I can remember all the clues. I should be able to find an answer if I can piece everything together. Alright. If you break a hidden rule in the production zone, your welfare meal might contain some strange meat. We'll see it.
I've been told that the infirmary is always
let's
empty
go,
for
Traveler
the half
Line.
hour just before lunch. But what could Sigewinne be doing during that time? We often see Miss Sigewinne observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. The Fonta promoter has been struggling. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour.
Got that.
The research notes said that the Melazine race perceives the world. According to Collins, the research notes said
Maybe this one? Let's go!
Ah, so that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange
They'll
meat
get gross
in their
meat.
welfare meal.
Look at the yucky
At
stuff.
first, we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, they were all prepared by Sigewinne, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sigewinne visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost.
And it looks really
Sigewinne
gross.
has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However,
I love that she has the detective disguise back on.
does a race
With freaking
perceive the world
glasses.
differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special
Listen,
meals
she's doing it with the
cannot
glasses on
taste
so
the
she's
care
allowed to
within
speak.
and
It's
usually
funny.
just freak out.
The glasses are funny.
Are we on the right track?
I'll give it to her.
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
The hidden rule is the Pancration Ring. I remember, if someone tries to support both boxers at the same time, they'll receive a package the next morning, which contains a strange blood-colored liquid. You've done a lot of research on this matter. Let me sift through what I've found and come up with the correct answer. If you violate the hidden rules of the Pancration Ring, you will see a bag containing weird fluid.
Fonta's internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it.
It's the weird red juice.
Fonta's internal report the Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons will spend them on Fonta.
You don't understand the value of coupons. Oh, I get it now. I just understood it. So the reason if you place with the two boxers, you don't understand the value of coupons. And so he gives you the stupid drink.
The Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The company...
He says, here, have the funny drink because you're also a funny idiot. No?
The Fonta promoter has been struggling. Fonta's internal report
Okay.
Fonta's internal report according to Collins...
Is it just the order? No, that's it, right?
According to Collins...
Oh, do I just have to put it in the right order then?
Fonta's internal reports... The Fonta promoter has been
There we go. Just not in the right order.
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do,
Winnie's just standing here.
package containing a strange
Winnie's just standing here like, bro,
liquid.
what are you talking about?
People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer.
Who's Childe? I love how all like the main scary characters are apparently Childe.
But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet to be named
Like the missing boxer, that's Childe.
Fonta trial product. A blood red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioning the company's decision making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea.
Because it's stupid. Why would anyone want to drink blood?
The are in the fortress knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fonta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drink.
That is such a good
I acknowledge
joke.
the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light.
You're so funny, Raisley.
Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
You haven't collected enough info to answer that one.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind!
Lenny!
You'll pay for this!
Lenny, are you alright?
Bro got capped!
Oh, close one. I owe you, Sigeween. That was a fantastic shot.
Bro got
There was nothing, Your
capped
Grace.
Sigeween?
by a little
While
laser
this gun
gun.
may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Sigeween. You.
Are you his accomplice in all this?
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty.
Uh-huh.
When Monsieur Nervilette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties.
Okay, fair enough.
If you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
If you're close with Nervilette, why not learn a thing or two about virtue from him? Dang.
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervilette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now.
What do you
His Grace
mean?
knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Sigeween, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you.
Ah.
What are you talking about? What time?
Now what time is it?
Take me if you want. But let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your
He's so
Grace.
mean.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now.
Funny,
I'll go
funny
get a cup of
man.
tea. Miss Sigeween, I leave Miss Lynette.
He's
in your
such
care.
a funny man.
What are you doing?
He's literally a bully.
I believe I hear footsteps.
Suddenly the door slams open and a familiar figure busts into the room.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarande.
Remy!
Door.
Fremine. Fremine.
You okay, bestie?
What's going on? What is Clarande doing here?
He was like, I'm just vibing.
Work.
He's working.
I'm sorry about
Working
shooting you,
woman.
Mr.
She is
Rennie.
on the clock.
The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
Bro.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
These
like
symptoms. It can't be.
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
Good?
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clarande
Yeah, get
while you
that
get
boy
Fremine
some
to where
help.
he needs to be.
That's not a good
Everything
thing
else
to
can wait.
drink. She said, work. She is so funny. I love you, Clarande.
What's that look on your face?
Let's
I thought
talk
I
to
made
these
good
two
time on the way
first.
back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sigeween may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linny again. How's the situation out there?
Bro.
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly.
Dang.
I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that
You almost
boy's
killed
doing.
that kid,
Where was he when you found
Risley.
him?
You almost killed a kid.
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Dang.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Aww.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
Uh-huh.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Bro's just like,
Fine,
hey,
I'd
come
like
on.
to get some tea.
Want some
Want me to get you
tea?
a cup too, since I've already made it?
Bro is just trying
Might as
to
well then,
get
I
some tea.
suppose. Actually, do you have a towel?
They saved
I would
him
like to dry my
from
hair.
walking the door, but Rio's still a bully. He is a bully! He is a bully. Bully behavior. He just wants some tea, though. He's just like, tea? Hey, anyone tea? Bros, we're gonna finish this cutscene. He's just gonna come down from the stairs. Just like 5 cups of tea. Just like, okay. Hey guys, I got some tea. How's it going? What's going on? How's he doing? Lenny's expression looks disgusted. He seems... It seems like he'd rather not have Sejuin touch Fremine. Still, he didn't stop her, since it's obvious that Fremine does require urgent medical care. Sejuin's examining Fremine closely. She doesn't look too upset, which is a good sign. I hope Fremine will be okay.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical.
But like,
of course,
isn't it bad
would be
for it to
best if he
even
stayed
touch
for
someone
further
from Fontaine?
observation. Let's leave him here for now and move him to the infirmary once
Or is
he's
it just
recovered a bit
specifically
more.
that pool?
Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll
But
bring
like
Miss
dilutes
Lynette
it
back
enough
with me.
so that it's okay?
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea
They're
for her.
so funny. Imagine you wake up in a room after getting tranquilized randomly, and there's just tea and snacks. They're so funny. He was in the pool for too long, poor Fremy, yeah. Lenny has finally begun to stop tensing his muscles on his face. It seems that he trusts what Sejuin just said. Tea party, let's go!
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Uh-huh.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
My hands and feet are still a bit
poor
weak.
guy.
But that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
He was so worried about his siblings.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too.
Yeah, if it weren't for us, your brother would
Fremine?
probably have gotten his butt beat.
Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Bruh. He's okay. Baby boy. He's out again.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Baby.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Very well. Let's go.
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
Yeah, they're going to have tea.
They probably went to get some tea.
They probably went to get some tea.
Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
Clarande saved Fremy from the sea. Just what happened there? Let's head back to the infirmary. Let's leave this guy's office. Mister, I'm just making some tea. He honestly, like, voice actor aside, he really is a lot like Claude from Fire Emblem. Bro just does things, and they're definitely, like, positive. But his methods are very questionable. The method is very questionable, sir. I would like you to not almost kill people. I feel like that is a low bar to clear, Mr. Risley. Mr. Riz. Alright. We are going to see how baby is doing. My son. He is honk shit.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Linny. Lynette.
Aww.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine. And you are no longer in any danger.
Let's go!
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long.
Hi, bestie.
The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Yeah.
It's okay.
The seawater
We can
do
talk
be
about it
weird.
after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
What happened after you snuck into those pipes?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
Alright, what's going on? The pipes. Childe, why'd you have to leave out of such a weird place? Huh? Why did your phone call lead you this way?
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Childe be?
The sea is calling for me. Let's go. We are the Fremi. Oh my god, it's literally my Fremi. It's literally our Fremi. Let's go. They didn't do that thing where they're just like, here, have a trial. I assume it'd be a trial if you didn't have them, though. But it's cool that I get to use mine. It's cool that they finally recognize that I know how to build my character better than they do.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Why is this even here? What is this? Stop. Run it. Okay. Start. Run over here.
It's getting stuck on something.
I do like that they're doing.
Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
I like that they're doing another like section where you play as another character, because they did that with Milo in the last quest, and I really like that. I really like that they're like, yeah, there are other characters other than the travelers in this story, and you can be them. They do things. Okay. What am I supposed to do? Let me look. Let me look at what I'm doing. So what's blocking this? What's going on here? Oh, I see. So, can I just, like, rotate the other way then? Can that be possible? Hello? Oh, no. Oh. Did I mess up? Lower it back down. And then we'll do it. There we go. And then we raise it right back up. I figured it out. My big adventurer brain at work. Alright. Let's see what's over here. In the pipes. Boop. A box.
This is where the water starts. Okay.
All right.
Master Childe probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Let's dive. Nice place. Really pretty.
The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction.
Ah.
There are traces here too. I need to keep going.
Uochi-sama.
Huh?
He actually
Traces
respects
are gone.
Childe. Probably because
But
he
I don't
doesn't
see
know.
where he could have gone from here.
If you met Childe, you'd know.
What the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe.
My baby.
What's going? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Go, go, go! Rush, rush! Mash that shit! Let's get out of here! Go, Freddy, go!
I can't.
Go, baby, go!
This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater. I have to push on.
Let's go, chlorine! Chlorine! Let's go!
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Childe could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
Huh.
Suspicious. That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going.
Now you know.
I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, Or why she went out to save you.
He was doing her job.
Miss Clorand, you say? I must go thank her in person.
He's so polite.
You're
He's
still
such a
too weak,
sweet.
Feminine.
He's so
You can go
sweet.
after you've had some more rest. Miss Lynette is right.
Baby
I believe
boy.
Miss Clorand will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
He's gonna be vibing
Guest.
here.
Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Got it. I'll go talk to him.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Liddy?
Saying. Nah, he wants to stay
No,
here.
Please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Understandable.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Go do your big brother things. We'll tell you
Understood.
everything about Rising.
Then let's just sit together for a while. In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Alright. Back to Risley's office. They are so cute together though. Oh wait, we can talk to them. We should talk to them. Let's go back. We're not going to Risley yet. Never mind. Well,
I'm so sorry, Lenny.
it's not your fault.
I'm also really sorry, Lenny.
Bro, you guys don't have to
should've been more
apologize.
Don't say that. It was all my fault. I was the one who should have been more careful.
Nah.
You two were nearly...
If I was stronger, maybe I
Arlecchino
would
just
have
sent
already
you
found
over.
Monster Child.
Dude, no.
How can you say that?
Exactly.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
Bro just vanished. Like,
What I'm hearing
What do you
is
mean?
we all dropped the ball at some point during the mission. So the responsibility falls on all of us.
nah, I blame
Isn't that
Arlecchino.
Yeah.
Don't
that's
send kids
right.
to do your
It's
job.
on all of us.
Go in there yourself, Arlecchino.
Lenny, we understand that
Go-
you're
go
worried
get in
about
trouble.
us, but we're worried about you as well. Please don't blame yourself.
Mm-hmm.
We want you to keep your spirits up.
Yeah.
We have good communication with each other. What a good little family. What's over here? A dull blade. Yes. Just what we needed. Let's just, let me just smack that right on. Let me just. There we go. Where's? Way down here at the bottom. Ah, perfect. All right. Let's go. Now we're playing with power. Wait. Gotta make sure to upgrade. Gotta make sure it's in peak form. You can ascend the dull blade? You can ascend the dull blade. I didn't know that. I thought it was just stuck at level 20. Let's go. I wonder how much you can do with a dull blade. Like, would you be able to fight weekly bosses using the dual blade? This pretty little sword.
Excuse me.
Hi, we're back.
I take it Mr. Fremonet's condition has stabilized?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegeween?
Cheers, wanted to see you.
I wanted to check up on Miss Clorand. How are you feeling?
Oh, true. She went in the funny
Mostly
water
fine,
too.
I think.
if you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Hi, Clarand.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Yeah, what's going on?
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Please enlighten us as much as you'd like.
Where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Then Paimon will begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
Yeah.
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
Dang. It's because of
To
us.
monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
They came here with ulterior motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Why didn't you stop them?
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Childe's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance.
Uh-huh.
I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
Eh?
So you were hoping Lenny's group would just do your work for you.
Bro is lazy.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise. The Forbidden Zone has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Fair.
Are the rumors true? That you're also a former criminal?
Yeah, I killed a man. What about it?
Why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison? I just happen to have some support from the
No-no
rest of the
zone
inmates.
is a bad
That's
place.
all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Clarant down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work.
Yeah, he was on
As
the
a
clock.
champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And
You needed
saving
a best-
Fremine was part of that crisis?
You can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
I agree. So the no-no zone really exists?
That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Childe's whereabouts.
He said, hey, that's none of your business.
All I need to prove to you is that the Forbidden Zone
You really
had nothing
did know
to do
why
with
we
the
were down
Harbinger's
here.
disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
Yeah.
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Yeah.
Follow me.
All right, let's go. The Forbidden Zone. Boop. Bro's got a staircase on a staircase.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
It's a fun place. The Fun Time
Stand on the
Fortress.
central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Going down. Once everyone has taken their positions on the circular plate, it slowly begins to descend.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special.
And that is?
What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone.
Makes sense.
Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Wow,
Well,
you make it sound so
Paimon
bad.
wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Why don't you just call them our little friends? Let's not have to use the F word. Come on. Let's not sling that all around, Risley. Let's just call them our friends. Yeah. Let's not think about the whole the Chewy thing. That's just, out of sight, out of mind. Let's not forget about that. Or let's not think about that. Let's forget about it. There we go. That's what I meant to say. Let's just not think about it.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Okay. He said, I'm gonna light you into my forbidden zone. Come take a peek in my forbidden zone.
Stand back.
Undoing the first lock, second lock, and third lock.
Whoa! They all just went up one by one!
What's that in the middle of the room?
Go on, have a look.
This room is really empty with nothing in here, which is quite strange on its own. There's also a device smack dab in the middle of the room, which looks like some kind of massive sluice gate.
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally, I would have ignored it.
I used a big
I
word.
happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I
Infinitesimally.
investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
The water pressure?
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something
Is it
less
primordial
ordinary.
seawater?
The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all. Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis.
Right.
Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
Under the
that
sea.
is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Primordial seawater is continually leaking into the sea?
Yes.
What?
That's very likely.
But forget about the two of us! Not even Novelette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh. Oh!
Seems like you've figured it out. I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us.
So wait, does that mean that the big waterfall that Fontaine's on top of, right? Does that mean that big waterfall is like made to go over the primordial sea like a cap? Is that it?
The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
And if the primordial sea is leaking through, this gate falls, all of Fontaine will fall with it.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
Dang, the prophecy.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the Primordial Sea? Who built this place anyway?
For real.
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring.
Yeah?
It's just that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here.
Okay.
When the previous Hydro Archon, Egeria, ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished. The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent, and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them, and said, "You may go guard my secret."
That's so
deep underneath the waves."
cool.
And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves.
This is making me wonder now about the giant crystal we saw in Cabaret. The crystal that was like, I am a sinner. That's making me think about it. But I don't know what. Like, the thought's not fully formed yet. It's just making me think about it.
But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontainian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent. Now and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea.
You believe in prophecies?
To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third.
Okay, so I just thought of something. The Oratory sent Childe down here, right? And if we can connect, if we can correlate this, right? Like, it only started really freaking out after Childe vanished. And Childe's been having that weird dream about his whale friend. And whales are sea creatures. What the Oratory's doing? What the Oratory's cooking? I like the Oratory's to stop cooking. So, as the Duke of Meripede, just what do you plan to do about it?
Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
Okay. What you got to show me, bro?
This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone!
Dude, it doesn't matter. We're
Lorvine
clearly
and
supposed to
Jurier?
be here. We're with him.
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
You're literally here with him.
After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm
Well, he's the
skeptical
boss.
as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
Dude, I have literally saved half of Teyvat at this point. Like, you don't know who I am, but I am him.
The results speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
All right then, if Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
It really does seem like the Orchards is like forcing this
How
stuff.
about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Ed who?
He's
I haven't
the
read
one
the
who
lore
blew
yet.
the whole institute sky high.
Ah.
Everyone knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
He blew
Edwin's
it up.
main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant,
Now it is a
Jurier
bunch of
is
water
quite familiar
cubes.
with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meripede?
Yeah. That sounds
A
cool.
lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys, focus! Focus!
There's like, yeah, let's just blow this place
That
up.
taskmaster
You're right.
over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh,
Ah.
are they together?
Is that really necessary?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd
I
officially
am
be
not in a
madder than
relationship
Edwin.
with this man.
Jeez, forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Wow.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
Gonna become a giant dragon next.
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
Is this just a normal room?
Well, let's spice it up a bit. And here you go.
Whoa. This is...
What a huge ship?
That's a big
This
ship.
is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's
Isn't-
going on?
I forget. There's like something in Genshin's name. Or about Genshin. Is it Genshin itself? Like related to like an arc. Related to like a ship. Huh. Interesting.
How much do you know about Fontainian history?
Not enough. I have not read the lore.
much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty. According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the Fortuna, he created his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes
Hey,
and
that's close to
islands,
Lamadia.
calling on them to join his empire.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try.
So he said,
So the
I'm
moment
gonna
I
make
began
a
to speculate
big
that the
ship.
primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontainians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
This is the plan for the ages. Can't you share your plan with everyone?
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, Riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe.
Eh,
As the
what?
fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. All right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions? Seems like
That
you're
was
good.
just in character. That was
Come on,
just like
take it
not Risley. That was actually Joe in the booth. He was like, "Gotcha, I need more tea." I've been talking a lot. Too radical for them, bro. They seem so. Maybe it's like the concept of like them working towards something that might mean leaving the fortress, because they seem really attached to the fortress. So they'd be like, "Well, if we're leaving anyways, I'd rather just destroy it." Maybe. I don't know.
I'll leave you here for now.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
It means that my actions now will decide the next steps Lenny's group takes. In other words, if I want to tell Lenny the truth, I must make him understand that we cannot afford excessive conflict.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Yeah, we will.
Great. I look forward to what happens next.
All right. Another part done. Back to the infirmary. Let's go see how our besties are doing.
We're back!
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
All this
You be so
tea.
much like Risley, always drinking tea.
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now.
I woke
While
up
I
with
was
a bunch
sedated,
of tea.
I could still barely hear 2 people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Bro loves
Must have
tea.
been Risley and Seishween.
He is the dude's favorite
I
topic.
heard 1 male voice and 1 female, so it should have been the 2 of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
They're like, yeah, we just sedated this kid. Anyways, let's make some tea, bro. I'm thirsty.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon,
Frontier's like,
were
I'm
you
so
able to learn
confused.
anything from Risley?
Why are they like
Yeah,
this?
he explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Feeling better now, Lenny?
Yeah, I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
Let's go.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Seishween is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was
It's so
Fremine
funny
affected
that
by
he
the primordial sea
that he
water?
loves tea so
It was
much.
because he dove into the sea. My theory is the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Meropide.
Smart.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
Good job.
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him.
Dang. You like
What's
fully
more,
psychoanalyzed
the
him.
Fortress of Meropide is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is basically the king of a no-man's land.
Girl.
As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the 2 factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
Lenny's grasp of the big picture is amazing.
You're super smart.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out.
Bro is
That can't be
theorizing.
the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
We already know what it is. Sharing what you saw, you emphasize that now is not the time for disputes.
I can't believe it.
The sea will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
Could Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Because he's
Or
a genius.
perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side.
Let's go!
The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share
Hearth
the
of Dewey
sentiment,
Bros.
after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Linny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Aww.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Don't mention it. Oh, what was that?
Paimon's hungry.
Uh-huh.
You've done so much already. Go get some food.
Alright, then we'll catch you guys another time.
Let's go. Let's go eat. I'm sure nothing bad will happen on this. Our, like, 6th time visiting a food for a meal during this update. Visiting a food? I love when I visit a food. I visit food so much. It's my favorite thing to do. I'm always visiting the food. Drop. Oh.
This is not the end.
I did have stamina. R.I.P. me. We're okay. We're okay. We have a dough blade. We're good. We're good. We still got our dough blade. We're fine. We're fine. Alright.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served in the coupon cafeteria.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well.
It's
Traveler,
Seedween.
over here. Are you here for dinner too, Miss Seedween?
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
Look at her.
What would
She's
you like to
vibing.
eat?
We can choose?
Yep, you can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
Let's go. Then I'll have the tastiest stuff you can offer.
Me too. Don't forget Paimon.
Get me some
No
food.
problem. Just leave it to me.
Let's go. Bro is cooking. I'm not gonna read all that. Like, I'm reading it, but I'm not gonna read it out loud.
So delicious.
So delicioso. Delicioso. Alright. Amazing.
Paimon's so happy. Paimon wants to feast like this every day.
Feeling full yet? How's the food?
Good. Thank you, Seedween. Exquisite. Thank you. Besides the milk, I mean, everything was super delicious.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression expression on your face just now, but the muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment.
Sideween?
She's
Do
so
you say
sweet.
this to help your patients or to better understand human beings?
Probably both.
A bit of both, I suppose.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm a melazine,
I'm
which
so
means
good.
I'm very different from human beings.
I'm so good at reading her
I must know
mind.
what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister.
Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear.
Oh, and what did you mean back in Risley's office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well?
Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, Glorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Glorand left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother.
Makes
Although
sense.
the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Glorand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping
Makes
an eye on
sense.
Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger.
You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least
Risley's got a
style
big
for as long
brain.
as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos.
Yeah? That doesn't make sense at all. It's hard to imagine Nervalette outside his office.
Get a good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Big brain, but also big bully. Turn to the dormitories for some rest. Eat the razor hash brown, so that we're not in the red. We can just teleport to the top floor. Bum 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 bum. Time for nappy. Nap time. Let's go. Hey, sleep.
So much has happened. Paimon just feels absolutely exhausted now that she's finally relaxed.
Mood.
Paimon's super sleepy. Are you sleepy too?
Yeah, I'm also getting there. Mwah. Wow, she really immediately fell asleep.
Delicious. Paimon wants seconds for free.
Cute. Good night.
Out of my way! Get out of my way!
What's going on?
What happened? Why is everyone running?
No
idea, but something must have happened. Stop asking!
Is the apocalypse here?
Who's yelling? Paimon still wants to sleep.
Uh-oh. What's that sound? Paimon, wake up. We need to get out and see what's going on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Something's going down.
What happened? Why is everyone running around? Hey, what are you doing?
No time to explain, mate. Goodbye.
Bro said bye, see ya.
What's wrong with these people? They won't even talk to us.
Yeah.
They're here! Yeah, there you are!
Hey, it's the bros!
Oh, thank goodness!
It's our bros! Let's go!
Do you know what happened here?
I've known Christo and Laveroon for all of an hour,
especially to inform
and I trust them more than anyone else
seems
here.
to have gone terribly wrong just now. His Grace is telling everyone to evacuate and get out of here.
Okay.
Laveroon was saying you two are new here and you don't have many friends, so you might slip through the cracks.
Aww.
Haven't you heard all the
They're
stories
so
like that?
sweet.
An evacuation is successfully completed, yet you only find out once you do a head count that 1 or 2 people are
That's
missing.
so sweet.
Wait, weren't you the one who brought that up? Why is it suddenly my idea?
Hey, shut up!
Okay, whatever.
I love
The point
these
is,
two.
you should come with us.
You said his Grace said to evacuate. Words?
Yeah, he said to get as far away as possible, upwards and outward.
And that means whatever happened must have happened down below. Oh no, is it the gate at the very bottom?
Whoa, wait, what? What? Hey, where are you going?
We have to go find the Duke. You two just go and get out. Go on without us.
Stay safe, you two.
Be careful!
Don't worry, we're tough. We got a dull blade.
Attention! Please evacuate upwards and outwards. If you're already at the topmost layer, then try to move as far outwards as possible.
I hope the 3 Latui buddies, our 3 orphans, are good. The 3 children, the trio, the babies. I hope they're good. I hope they're leaving. Hey, what's up? What's going on?
They're here.
Just like I said.
What happened?
Uh-oh.
You're just in time. But be ready to run.
The gloves come off. Oh, it's leaking. Whoa, do not get that close to it, Ricey. Wow. He's so cool. Uh-oh. It's the running scene.
3, 2, 1.
Her gun is so cool. Why? Woo! That was slick. He's freezing the door. That was so cool.
This won't hold it for long. Find
Wow.
Newbie. Tell him the defenses are about to collapse.
Then what will happen to you?
Until he arrives, we're the last line of defense.
Yo. They're so cool.
The gate. How long do you think it'll hold?
That depends on us.
What's Cloran gonna do? Shoot the water? Think the primordial seawater is just gonna like, oh no, she's got a gun. Better stay back.
Neverlet, why are you here?
Traveler, I need you to head to the Opera House immediately. Farina will soon be meeting with the knave there. You must protect Farina and make sure she doesn't spend too much time alone with her.
Okay, you can explain everything else to me later.
Will do.
You're
You
so
have my
cool.
sincerest gratitude.
Let's go. Let's go hang out with Farina. Bro, she's Electro. She's a freaking toasty. She'll just shock the primordial sea to death. It'll just stop coming.
Look, there are a ton of Fatilian Palais Mermonia people over there. The knave is probably here already. We need to hurry.
Mm-hmm.
Are you two the traveler in Paimon? Monsieur Nervalet has left instructions. Please follow me. Though I'm sure he's already explained, this should be a mostly cordial conversation, unlikely to give rise to violence. But it would be most appreciated if you could protect Lady Farina to the best of your abilities.
I'll do my best. I don't know if I can fist fight number 4 of the Fatui, but I'll try. If it comes to it. I beat the number 6 one while using a giant robot, so... I mean, excuse me. Who's the number 6? I don't know him. Oh look, they're just hanging out. Oh, look how happy she is to see us. That's so
you two
cute.
are the honored guests Miss Farina mentioned.
Of course, of course.
Hi,
attend a meeting such
sorry about Senora.
I must always have 2 or more guests at my dessert table. Otherwise, the occasion would be too lonely and unbecoming of my station.
It is my pleasure to make your acquaintance, traveler. I have heard much of your accomplishments. I am the Knave, one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers.
He's so hot. So this is the Knave, the head of the House of Hearth, and the Linny siblings' father. The Linny siblings? Is that the name of their group? Is that what we're calling them, the Linny siblings? She certainly does not seem easy to deal with. Pleasure to meet you too.
I've already prepared seats for you. Come, sit beside me.
Perhaps you two are unaware of how Miss Farina and I do things. You see, we actually recently agreed to get together for tea when we had the time.
Huh?
See this? This is a limited type of confectionery that Miss Farina simply adores. There are only 16 slices sold every day. Here, why don't you and Paimon have a taste?
He is so scary. He seems friendly enough. That can't be all there is to her. Knave is a force to be reckoned with. I should be cautious around her.
Traveler, what do you think of this cake?
I think it's quite tasty. And I think Paimon agrees too.
That's good to hear. So what Childe said was on the mark after all. You do share a taste in desserts with Farina and I.
I like how Paimon knows it is not the time to talk. Paimon knows it is not her time. Wait, Childe should have no reason to have said something like that.
I wonder how he's doing nowadays. You must have heard, right? He's suddenly gone missing. I'm really worried about his safety, you know. Here's to hoping that he's an excellent swimmer.
She's so funny. I hope he's a good swimmer. Me too. I have faith in his abilities.
Since we're talking about him, I feel like I should add something. His martial prowess really looked certainly pretty impressive, yeah.
Yeah. You're doing it. You're doing it, Farina. You're adding to the conversation. Farina looks quite nervous. There must have been some kind of bad blood between her and the Knave.
Oh, so you're also
She's a very concerned
for
mother.
Fighting, Miss Farina. Oh, right.
He's really worried.
Childe was subdued by Udex Neuvillette right in front of you. Against ordinary people, my colleague would never be on the back foot.
He's so strong.
Unless he just never imagined he'd run into such a person. I must express my admiration for Monsieur Neuvillette.
Her voice actor is so good. I am so intimidated by her right now. I managed to find a few leads on his whereabouts.
Coming from you, that's not surprising at all.
I think.
But I thought you would be happier to hear the news.
No.
Of course, but it's still a bit of a shame. You see, I would have been far happier had I received this news somewhat earlier. As you well know, a long time has passed since Childe disappeared.
And the most important thing in a missing child case is the first 48 hours.
Well, in any case, there's no need to worry. We know for sure that Childe is still alive.
Yo, we have proof. We stole his vision. I mean, he gave it to
just
us.
How do you know that?
Because we found evidence that proved he left the Fortress of Mirapede.
And where did he go after leaving the fortress?
We don't know.
Well...
Paimon, remember I was saying before, you know that you shouldn't be talking? Yeah. Why are you talking? Shut up. Oh no, Paimon's statement just left us wide open.
The fortress of Meripede lies deep beneath the waves. Unless he pranced right out of the main gate, he must have had to swim for it. Do you have any proof that he surfaced safely?
We do not. But there was also no evidence that he was been injured or killed.
Ah, that is good news at least. His sister Tonya sent a letter to Fontaine not too long ago. Since he was unfortunately unavailable, I picked it up on his behalf.
Gas keep gate like girl boss.
Do you have any idea how he usually writes back to his family? Dear Tonya, your letter made me feel like we were still enjoying our time in Snezhnaya together. I'm currently admiring the scenery on the streets in front of the opera house.
Is she like...
Is it something like that?
Is she like trying to... He's turning up the pressure. I'm not sure if I'll be able to convince her. But I can at least try to distract her from Farina. That sounds good to me, yes.
All letters tend to follow the same few formats anyway, right? As long as the contents are accurate, it doesn't matter so much how it's written or how it's worded.
He's really just trying to contribute. You good?
Hold on.
Bestie?
The water in the teacup is shaking.
That's not good.
I suppose this is also a sign of things to come, Miss Farina.
Huh? I don't quite understand what you're trying to say.
Have we entered into the next stage of the prophecy?
I don't know.
My thanks to you both. I will
Let's
take it
go.
from here.
It's Nervala time.
Sure you don't need a hand?
Quite sure.
Wow.
Wow.
So, what's your secret, huh? Let me guess. Nah, who knows? Maybe it's just your sense of responsibility.
Let me guess.
Sounds about
never
right.
mind. Here it comes. Oh boy. Ow. I wish they didn't show this scene in the trailer. Because this would be 10 times cooler
Day
seeing
may
it.
come when the prophecy is fulfilled and the waters burst forth. But it is not this day.
Let's go.
This ancient power could easily obliterate an entire race.
Walk
The
it
tsunami of
back.
fury would unleash endless catastrophe.
Go back in your room. Bad primordial seed.
This sentence is too severe. Forgive me for overruling it.
Dang. He does. For sure.
All right. Seems like the problem inside has been suppressed.
Let me guess. We're safe for now.
Indeed. But only for now.
I win this bet. You owe me a present.
Very well. It was indeed just as you said.
You made a bet?
We made a bet on the size of your entourage. Cloran thought you wouldn't come down by yourself.
I figured you would have at least brought a few people along for appearance's sake. It appears I underestimated just how confidential the mission was.
Bro said no, I'm
Shouldn't
coming
you have
down
gotten
by
used to
myself.
confidential missions by now? That's just how the courts operate.
So what gift must the loser give? Tea?
He already has tons of tea in his office. I'm thinking about a set of legal codices.
That wouldn't happen to be a dig at my lack of legal awareness, would it?
Dang.
Well, I'm sure His Grace doesn't consider the fortress to be outside the law.
I was under the impression the residents of a place like this would be uninterested in the legal codices.
That was
Yeah, you probably
obviously a
want some more
joke.
tea.
Anyway, you've still got some unfinished business to attend to in the overworld, correct?
No need to stay here if you have a pressing matter. We all know you can't leave Palais Marmonia for long.
Thank you. I hope everything went smoothly with the Fatui Harbinger.
Yeah, she's a really scary lady. I hope that Farina is not dead.
I must say, we've spent long enough playing house.
Uh-huh.
Miss Farina, as the Hydro Archon, I am sure you understand the exact meaning of the phenomenon we just witnessed. Or should I say, that's what I originally thought. But looking at your expression, was I wrong? And you haven't a clue?
What are you trying to say?
Or
At this
Farina.
point, I don't think there's any more need to speak as diplomatic representatives. Allow me to speak to you now as just a Fontainian. You know the prophecy by heart, and also that every part of it is being proven true. Yet, here you are relaxing, drinking tea, and eating desserts as if it's all nothing more than a few stray bugs in your garden. Do you really think that's acceptable?
Calling
The
her
prophecy's
out.
hanging above our necks like a guillotine. Every faction is looking for a way to either avert the disaster or save their own. Even the orphans of the House of the Hearth have devoted everything to saving their homeland. But you? It beggars belief just how nonchalant and carefree you have been. From the very beginning, you, the god Focalor, you have utterly failed to take action.
You're wrong. I've never ignored the prophecy, nor have I just been passing the time in self-indulgence. Retract your accusation and stop doubting the wisdom of the gods with such absurd conjectures.
You're gonna have to
I am not
prove
alone
it, though.
in my doubts, you know. All the children of Fontaine may be harboring the exact same thoughts right now.
Yeah, you gotta show.
Oh, great Hydro Archon. How are you going to save them? Save us? How are the people you've sworn to protect supposed to survive in a land that will soon disappear beneath the waves?
I have my ways, and I've been working on them for all this time. Even if you look down upon me, you have no right to judge me. Fontaine will be saved. Even if I still cannot see the true future right now, as long as I continue on as I am, I will be able to hold my head up high.
Yeah, tell her. Rena's not acting like her usual self. She's actually seriously refuting the knave's accusations. He means what she said. She's not putting on a front.
Then I ask you, Miss Farina, just what have you been working on? Where can we see it, and what is it doing to help?
Come on. So, was that all a lie? Did she really not tell us? She was so full of conviction and confidence just now. But now she's deflated like a pop balloon.
My machinations are just like the prophecy itself. They will only reveal themselves at the fated time. It is just that beings like yourselves are unable to perceive them as of yet.
Girl!
I see. As a god, the proof of your labor always lies beyond prying mortal eyes. Allow me to be so bold as to ask another way. Would it be possible for you to tell us the parts of your plan that are not confidential? Such as your emergency response plan for the impending disaster?
Yeah.
An emergency response plan?
Girl.
That look in your eyes. Have you not even prepared one of those?
The emergency response plan is also strictly confidential.
Girl!
Then allow me to jog your memory. Miss Farina, what is the purpose of your Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal? And what do you plan to do with the massive amounts of indemnitium that has accumulated over the years?
The Oratrice? It's just like it appears to be.
So you also have no idea. If I'm not mistaken, someone's using it to prepare for something. But unfortunately, it would seem that someone is not you, Miss Farina.
How's it going, Play with Dave?
I first caught wind of this when
How's
Linny
it going?
tried to investigate the Oratrice in the Opera House. You see, even just getting close to the core contaminated him with an extremely large amount of indemnitium.
Dang.
But even if that had nothing to do with you, then what could you possibly be working on, oh great Hydro Archon?
What's she done?
Right. I almost forgot. Udex Nouvillette is not at the tea party with us today. Miss Farina, I suppose you must have ordered him away to take care of some
Can I ask you
troublesome business.
Ask you to go out and maybe let her degree and have some animal ears. Is this banner a scam? Nah. Rip 50-50 though. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro. The banner isn't a scam, but you got scammed.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. Please keep it a secret for me.
Of course I will. Although, I must say, Miss Farina, you seem quite insecure without the Udex by your side.
Man.
Oh, very well. Let's stop that conversation here. There are still a few slices of cake left, so please, help yourselves, everyone.
She's so intimidating. These aren't topics I can speak about. I don't even know what Nouvellette's task was. If I had to guess, he probably went down to deal with the surging primordial sea. But can he really deal with it all by himself? And is Farina being truthful or not?
Traveler, I heard that you were recently commissioned to handle a few matters on behalf of the Udex. Why don't you take an extra slice of cake? Those who work hard deserve gratitude and praise. You too, Paimon.
Thank you. Paimon will take you up on that offer.
Thanks. Nave proceeds to change the topic, brings up a number of stupid matters, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, Paimon's super full. That cake was great.
Yummy, yummy cake.
If it's on my tea table, it must be of the highest quality. Yes, and we must thank the Knave for bringing these over as well.
Thanks, Nave.
You are welcome. I'm sure the cake also felt greatly honored to be featured at Miss Farina's table. And I was merely catering to Miss Farina's tastes, seeking a chance to chat over tea. It is getting late. Why don't we call it a day? There are still a few matters that I need to take care of, so I must take my leave now.
Very well. We'll end it here.
Mind seeing me off, Traveler? We could use the opportunity to discuss Childe before I must be on my way.
Of course.
Paimon's coming too.
I'm not terrified of you at all. It's gonna be like, anyways. So, about Senora. Does she know about that? Does she know that, like, we're the reason Senora died? She, like, literally would not have died if not for us.
I'm glad that you were willing to come with me. Of course, Childe was just an excuse. I have no interest in your dealings with him.
Yeah, I figured. What do you want to say?
You lent your aid to the children of the House of the Hearth. As their father, I would like to express my gratitude.
I didn't think that's what you wanted to talk about.
Do I look like an irresponsible father to you? The House of the Hearth is very important to me. You should know that I care deeply about my children.
Daddy cares about her children. Was there nothing else you wanted to say?
That was all. Formal topics should be discussed in formal settings, and informal topics in informal settings.
Uh-huh.
I know you just returned from the fortress of Meripede. Relax. I have no intention of trying to get anything out of you. Linny, Lynette, and Fremine are still there, and I trust their judgment and abilities.
They've all been working very hard and have always done all they can to fight back against anyone who tried to stop them, especially Linny.
You mean Wriothesley. He's a tricky one to deal with. It's unfortunate that Linny's so eager to prove himself that he can't learn to rely on others, including me. By the way, and you can just consider this a bit of idle gossip, but what's your impression of Furina?
He's really asking the hard questions.
You are outside of our disputes, and the freest person in all of Fontaine, able to move around most easily. Allow me
keep
to
zooming
show
in
my
on her
perspective
eye. It's so cool.
And that's everything that happened during the trial. Master Childe was declared guilty and immediately transported to the fortress of Meripede.
Didn't he say he was coming here on vacation? Does he not feel an ounce of shame for all the trouble he has caused?
He's so funny.
Forget it. He did give us an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
I will be meeting someone shortly.
Good job getting arrested.
Do you require help
Thanks,
with any preparations?
bestie.
No need. I will take care of it myself. I need to meet with Furina, the Hydro Archon. She is at the heart of Fontaine. But what's fascinating about her is that she often seems more like a celebrity than a working Archon.
That's true.
Oh, come over here, you little critter, you.
Oh my gosh. Yo, that outfit.
You dare to run from me? Stop right this instant!
He's so cute.
My goal is just to discover the location of the Gnosis.
Why is she like
And
this?
I didn't expect the chance to approach Furina to be handed to me on a silver platter. This is so easy, it's actually making me a bit suspicious.
For real.
Anything left unguarded is usually just bait. But no one will blame someone for taking the bait. After all, from the moment it was attached to the hook, the bait is meant to be sacrificed.
Oh my god.
It's just
Oh, is this
like
where the
guessed
"Don't
in
kill me"
second
voice line
before I
comes from?
struck. The Hydronosis is not currently held by the Archon.
That's
In
weird.
fact, this Archon doesn't seem like a god at all. And I sense that she's under some kind of curse.
Who are you? And what are you trying to do? Please don't
What's
kill
going
me.
on?
I'm begging you, please.
The fear in her pupils is genuine, so perhaps she's not bait after all. Either way, targeting her has lost all meaning. I left the scene with ease. Nobody came looking for me, and nobody could serve as a witness to my near assassination of Focalor. I suspect even Furina dares not mention this incident to anyone. Not long after, my informants confirmed what I had guessed. After returning to her quarters, Furina quietly cried alone. She was so scared that she could not sleep that night, nor could she even bring herself to eat her cake. There's no doubt that there's something wrong with her. I began to entertain the possibility that she is not the true Hydro Archon. Perhaps Eudex Neuvillette is actually the genuine article. I have to find the Gnosis. If the Neuvillette hypothesis is correct, he is probably in possession of it. Alternatively, it might have been hidden in a place that's hard for ordinary people to access.
Yes, Father.
My dear children, please speak.
News from the fortress of Meripede. Master Childe has gone missing. On top of that, the contacts and guards we bribed at the fortress have all gone quiet as well.
Probably the handiwork of that Wriothesley. I'm afraid so.
This is a good opportunity. The value of a harbinger is much higher than most would imagine. We now have an excuse to exert diplomatic pressure on the Fontaine authorities.
Let's go!
Set up a meeting for me. I would like to meet the Hydro Archon and Udex Neuvillette. Oh, and I have an additional mission for you three.
Yes, Father.
Tartaglia's disappearance was not a part of my plan, but I can use it to make a breakthrough. With this as my excuse, I can ask for an official audience and continue my investigation of Farina and Udex Neuvillette.
She's
the
so
initiative
cool.
belongs to the House of the Hearth. My wish to investigate the fortress of Meripede will be a front. Lenny and his group will be responsible for the actual intelligence
Makes
gathering.
sense. She's smart. She's smart. The big brain lady.
You should know the rest. Lenny's group is quite close to you, so they wouldn't have hidden anything from you.
Uh-huh.
You attacked the Hydro Archon?
Bro, Paimon.
It wouldn't
You can't
mean
just be
anything
saying
even
that out
if you
loud
shouted
like
it
that.
from the rooftops. After all, even Farina herself is still pretending that nothing of that sort ever happened.
Mm-hmm.
Alright
Really
then.
thrusts her hand right into it for real.
I have now had 2 chances to enjoy tea with Farina. I have to say, the leadership of Fontaine is even more inscrutable than I had imagined. I once surmised that Udex Neuvillette must be the Hydro Archon, but now, that doesn't seem right to me either.
How did you come to that conclusion?
I am a servant of Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Over my years of service, I've learned how a real Archon conducts and carries themselves. Whether Udex Neuvillette or Farina, neither fits the bill. It's hard to imagine either of them as the Archon.
Okay, but like... I don't know. Would she agree if she saw, like, Venti? How would she react if she saw him? Would she be like, you're not an Archon? Or would she be like, oh, you're definitely an Archon? Like, what are these criteria? What do you mean?
Of course, that is all just how I feel. Gut feelings often do not require justification. It is, however, quite amusing to me that after all my years working in intelligence gathering, I've come to realize I am at a complete loss regarding the identity of the god of the land of my birth.
Huh?
Don't you think Fontaine is quite intriguing? A catastrophe looms, yet many secrets have yet to rise to the surface. It looks like Fontainians will have no choice but to save themselves. Ultimately, though, one must survive in order to do anything else. Should the need arise, I would be happy to cooperate with you.
Interesting.
You don't need to commit to anything right now, of course. I have a feeling that the situation will continue to evolve, and as your name is often connected with noble deeds, I'm sure we will work together someday.
Neuvillette?
He certainly returned quickly. You must want to catch up with each other, so I'll leave you to him.
You don't like her either, huh?
Is it over?
She's scary.
For now, yes. But this issue will prove quite thorny in the long term. I'm concerned that sooner or later the prophesized events will occur. Thank you for protecting Farina.
May we ask what happened down there?
To put it simply, I used my power to force back the primordial sea and reseal the sluice gate.
As for what happened on our side, Farina seems completely useless, Neuvillette.
So as expected, the knave has turned up the pressure on Farina. She's trying to feel her out, though I'm still unsure as to her motives.
Can I ask you some questions?
Permission granted.
You have enough power to force back the primordial sea. Does this mean you have some sort of deeper connection with the Hydro Archon?
Whoa. It can't be that you're the real Hydro Archon, right? But that's just a speculation on our part, though.
The storm has left.
You can't tell us? Then that's okay. We can talk about something else. We won't try to force you. You guys in Fontaine are super strange.
If by the phrase, you guys, you are referring to Farina and I, then although I'm not sure just what you are trying to imply, I must clarify that I do not share her positions on a multitude of topics.
Paimon said, you guys in Fontaine are so weird. With your, who's the Hydro Archon? What did you sense in the Fortress of Meripede?
I believe so. The fortress has a long and complex history. It has seen much grief and suffering.
You guys.
And now, another catastrophe will soon be upon us. I mourn this turn of events.
Huh? Why is it raining all of a sudden?
Don't cry, Hydro Dragon. The clear sky suddenly filled with dark clouds. Rain became heavier. Light rain soon growing to a downpour. And just moments before, Neuvillette mentioned its sense of grief. Thinking back to the legend and what Fremine said, it's that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. Neuvillette, you can't be...
You may be closer to the truth than you think.
Whoa.
Oh? And what are you thinking?
He's the dragon sovereign of water.
The dragon of... what?
He's like, what are you talking about? Huh?
Please do not
More?
be so
What?
surprised. Farina?
Neuvillette, are you listening?
Ah, my apologies.
We were just guessing randomly. We didn't guess right, did we? You're not actually the dragon sovereign of water, right?
You're not actually
well,
that,
if you
right?
don't want to confirm or deny...
You guessed correctly. I sincerely hope you'll be able to keep this a secret for me.
Don't tell anyone.
Right, of course. We'll definitely help you keep it a secret. There's still something Paimon wants to ask you, though.
Please, go ahead.
Well, if you are the dragon sovereign of water, and you were able to force back the primordial sea from the fortress, then since Fontaine's prophecy is all about seawater, couldn't you just use your power to solve the crisis?
Maybe he's just
None
not that
of
strong.
the currently living dragon sovereigns in the world, myself included, possess our full dragonhood. They say that when the first usurper arrived on Tivat, they seized a part of the dragon's power. Today, that stolen power is the basis of the Archon's authorities.
There are 7 elemental Archons and 7 matching dragon sovereigns.
The dragon sovereign of water who lived through that era perished a long time ago. As their successor, I know far less of that part of our ancient history.
I see.
In any case, I believe I will not be able to do much unless the Archon disappears and returns their elemental authority to me. Given the status quo, however, I would recommend finding another way to deal with the prophecy.
Oh, so even you can't solve it.
I still have some urgent matters to attend to at my office. If you have any more questions regarding ancient history, you are welcome to discuss them with me at a later time.
Please go right ahead. There's a place that Paimon wants to go too. Traveler, why don't we pay another visit to the Fortress of Meripede? Paimon is a little worried.
See you later, Dragon Man.
We'll see you another time.
Take care.
Bum. Alright, what's going on? What's going on back here? How's everyone doing? I think this is the infirmary, right? Wait, is there one over here? No, that's on a lower level. That's on a lower level. I like that they introduced the like dotted circle line. like make it more clear when something's on a lower level. That's like helpful. Really, really helpful. I'm assuming we're wrapping it up though. I'm assuming we're about at the end. They're still chilling down here.
Now guess, what suit will this next card be?
He's just playing card tricks on him.
A bear-teeth cat?
Well, look who it is.
Traveler, Paimon.
Hi, we talked to your dad. He's really hot.
Hello, everyone.
Looks like you're recovering nicely from it, eh?
Mm-hmm. Thanks to everyone's support.
Baby boy.
Oh, right. I managed to work up the courage to
Let's
thank Miss Florent in person.
Whoa, how did she react?
She told me that it was nothing. It was as if saving a life wasn't a big deal to her at all.
He's just
she
that
also
cool.
told me not to worry about it.
He's just
She
that
didn't
cool.
want to stress you out, that's all. She's right, and it's best not to dwell on it.
Yeah.
Okay, but check this out. We went back to the opera house and we met the knave.
Uh-huh.
You met Father? Did she say anything to you?
She said a few things that were, a bit hard to understand. And also that she's looking forward to working with us in the future.
It was a little surprising.
Her attitude towards you is even better than what we'd imagined. That's fantastic.
It is really interesting. Because, like, Senora was always hostile towards us. And, like, Scaramouche was just a troll. He'd just show up and laugh at us and then leave. So, like, it's really interesting that the knave is, like, fully into us. She's like, yeah, you can help me out. We can work together. I feel like it's sort of working towards, like, some of the Fatui are evil, but some of them have their own agendas that, sure, they may seem morally gray, but maybe they're not that bad. But also we have what Childe and Scaramouche said about her, which is like, she's actually crazy. So who knows? Who knows with this lady? I'm definitely glad we seem to be on her good side though. I'm glad we're on her good side. I'm glad she sees use with working with us.
You should believe her. She has her own way of doing things, and she'll do everything in her power to help those she considers close, which now might also include you.
This is propaganda.
Father is very capable.
We are
and
being
also trustworthy.
propagandized.
Oh, Paimon just remembered that she thought Linny was a bit too proud as well. She said that you should learn how to rely on others sometimes.
We're really leaking her opinions.
Got it. That does sound like something that Father would say.
Hey!
Are you going to stay here for the next few days?
Looks like it, yeah.
Excellent. I will host a tea party.
For real? Then Paimon wants another serving of cake.
Another implies that you were already served some delicious cake while you were up there. How lovely. Well, next time, you're going to have tea and snacks with us.
Let's go! Alright. Let's go talk to some more people. Clunk, 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 clunk. I have to stop jumping off with no stamina. Rib Traveler again. Here, just have some steak, buddy. It'll be okay.
Seedwing! Traveler, Paimon, you're back!
How's it going, Seedwing?
Are you still doing all right? Did either of you get hurt?
Don't worry, we're both doing great.
We're fine, but what about you guys? It was such a huge mess. How bad was it?
A few people sustained superficial injuries, but that's about the extent of the damage. Monsieur Nervulette paid us a visit. It was all thanks to him that we managed to suppress the crisis for the time being.
He was super
course,
cool.
We must also thank you for the help you provided.
How did Nervulette know that he was needed here?
His big brain.
Well, Monsieur Nervulette has strong resonance with the hydro element. When the water level rises, he can feel the waves produced. I ran
Makes
into the
sense.
bombshell bros while bandaging the injuries of the wounded. They were mumbling the whole time about how you just ran down without a word. I'm so relieved to see that you're both alright.
Aw, they were worried about us. Our
Please stay with us a few more
bros.
days. Just let me know if you get a craving for any particular dish, so I can have Mr. Wolsey get your meals prepared. Oh, and please feel free to visit the infirmary for a break at any time.
He's so
I'd like
sweet.
to take the opportunity to spend some more time observing your facial muscles as well. Your happy smiles are quite contagious, you know. They're so memorable, and I've missed them immensely while you were gone.
Aww. Well, we'll go talk to Rightly last. We gotta talk to our bros first. Bros, we're okay. We made it out. We're good.
You guys are back?
We're A-okay.
You guys didn't get caught and thrown back down here, right?
No.
No, not at all.
Ah, and here I thought you'd managed to escape from jail during all the commotion. I'd held you up as legendary jailbreakers, but now you're telling me you just never left?
Oh no, we did.
We're sorry, but we just had some business to take care of.
All right. There's no need to get caught up in the details. We're just relieved to see you. He was super worried about you, you know.
Hey, it wasn't just me. Weren't you super worried as well?
Our bros.
Something like that, yeah. I was also transferred to work in the kitchen a few days ago. I can still hear Quisto mumbling to the carrots. Are those two all right? Do you think they made it out alive? Whenever he'd say that, I'd tell him I'm sure they're fine. Wherever they are, they're kicking back with drinks in hand, enjoying the lovely scenery.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with worried about
Were
your
we
prison
even
house.
gone that long?
Is there? I mean, considering how they
We
always
had like
love listening
a
to all
single
my gossip.
conversation.
These two. They sure are a lot warmer and friendlier than when Paimon first met them.
Your meals will bring all the prisoners to the cafeteria.
Oh, well, if you say so. I'll be watching you to make sure you finish every last bite.
Yeah. I'll eat your meals, bruh. Let's go talk to Risley. I'll probably be Risley and Clarand, huh? No, it's these two? Where's Risley?
Courier, Miss Sijween told me you still haven't eaten.
Yeah, I was working on something, so I
Bro,
forgot.
take care of yourself.
That's no excuse for...
For real.
Huh? It's you two.
Junior, Lurvine, we're back!
How's the ship going?
Hello there. It's been quite the mess here recently. How have you been?
We're fine, thanks.
And you? Are you still taking the secret passageway from the infirmary to work on the ship?
Yep. That is still top secret, though. So don't say a word to anyone.
It can be a bit annoying when there are lots of people in the infirmary, but I still prefer taking that route over the one from the Duke's office.
I mean, the infirmary does
My
make
favorite
it easier
angry
for
couple.
you to slack off.
Oh yeah? Then why are you also here so much?
You two really are just using your jobs as a cover for your relationship, aren't you?
Not at all!
Dang. Let's be friendly. See, look, Friendly was okay. He only lost like 10k HP.
Do my eyes deceive me, or did I just see two inmates come back after making it to the surface? Some strange winds blowing of late.
We wanted to see how the fortress is doing. Is everything still alright?
We're fine, for the most part. Neuvillette came down and took care of the worst of it.
If that's the case, why don't you just ask him to stay here?
Oh, yeah, what a brilliant plan. Let's go convince the Udex himself to exchange the courts of Fontaine for a puddle of water in the middle of nowhere.
I don't think that's gonna work.
He came here in a hurry and left without even stopping for a cup of tea. He did remember to take Miss Sigewin's gift with him, though.
Aww.
He sure sounds super busy.
Miss Cloran has left as well. She also took her gift from Miss Sigewin.
Let's go.
Were the gifts milkshakes?
Nervalette got the milkshake. Cloran received lipstick instead.
Oh, nice.
Those aren't even remotely alike.
Well, it's Nervalette's own fault for making Sigewin worried about his health by working so much. But besides that, our head nurse is still pretty fond of picking out beauty products for the ladies. Oh, and I have some gifts here for you as well.
Are these from Sigewin too?
Nope, they're from yours truly.
Let's go.
You've already wrapped up your work at the fortress, so you can return to the surface at any time. You haven't yet served your full prison term, however, so you may continue to use your cell until your term is up.
For real?
He
Then we
said
can
it.
stay here for a really long time?
He said you can use your cell, but also after that term, you're kicked out, bro. I know you're not supposed to be down here. You're getting out of my house. I'm kicking you out. You can't stay here for free after that. You're gonna have to start giving me some coupons.
You
Is the
may
food still
access the
covered?
cafeteria for free.
Let's go.
Just remember to come complete your paperwork once it's time for your release.
Let's go. Let's take a nap. At the dorms. I really like this Archon quest. This was a really good quest. I think Act 3 was a little slow, but this act is just like non-stop. But like, I feel like this act wouldn't have been as good if not for having Act 3 to set up everything.
We're back in our cell again. We're no longer prisoners though, so it really doesn't feel the same.
It feels like we've regained our freedom.
Being
And
free
he would be
sure
so
feels
proud.
pretty special now.
Paimon, is there something you'd like to say?
Huh? How did you know?
Because you usually just immediately fall asleep.
Hey, that's not true. All right. Okay, Paimon just wanted to say that we really are an amazing duo after all.
Aww.
It's like
That was fun
we've
playing
now
prisoner.
gone to so many places together and become friends with so many people. We've never stopped traveling or stopped meeting new friends. There are so many bad things in the world, and we're just two people, but we've still been solving problems no matter where we go. Isn't that pretty cool?
We're the best adventurers ever.
You're counting Paimon today? Aren't you the only adventurer here?
Being a guide counts too.
Then let's ask Catherine to give Paimon an adventurer handbook as well. Paimon will also be an adventurer from today forward.
Aww.
Just
We're
stop
being
making
nice to
Paimon
her.
giddy. Paimon's gonna crash, so you sleep soon,
Another
too.
setup of
The
cute
last time we
Paimon
fell asleep
moment.
here, we woke up to a whole mess outside our cell. The primordial seawater nearly rose up. That was so scary. We should be safe now, right?
We'll be fine. So don't worry, Paimon.
All right then. Good night to you, traveler.
Good night to you too, Paimon. Bro, it's gonna be so messed up when she becomes like an evil person at the end of the story. Another Childe moment. How's floating, bro? He's just vibing. Whoa. The whale! The whale! Yeah. And that is the end of Act 4. Thank you guys so much for coming. This was a good quest. I'm glad that we got to see the whale. And Childe is with the whale. I wonder what is going to happen. We have not seen any leaks about the boss or anything, haha. I don't know what we're gonna fight at the end of all of this. Certainly not that way. Certainly couldn't be that. So I'm very excited for next update. It is going to be hard to wait, but luckily we have an event and we have a quest that we can now do. Let me go unlock it, because the next time we play Genshin Impact, we'll be doing the Deluge chapter, Act 1. I will look forward to it. But for now,
It's been a while since we last saw Nervalette. Paimon wonders what he's been up to.
Shush. I'm talking.
Paimon has so many questions about his true identity. Let's go talk to him and find out.
I should have known you'd start speaking as soon as I unlocked it. Anyway, if you have more great adventures coming up today, have fun, enjoy, stay safe. If it's getting late for you, head to bed, because we've got more adventures tomorrow. More adventures? More adventures. I can barely speak. Bye-bye. See you next time. Ending screen Doka. Okay, bye.